Tonight, you might pitch a tent in your own backyard. You have a house 12 feet away, full bed, locked doors, a roof that doesn't leak, and still something in you wants to zip yourself into a small nylon triangle and sleep on the ground. Why? The obvious answer is fun, but the real answer is far stranger, and it has nothing to do with fun at all. You are not choosing the tent. Something older than you is choosing it for you. Give any child 3 blankets and 2 kitchen chairs, and within minutes they will build a fort. Nobody teaches this. The behavior appears the same way in Tokyo, in rural Kenya, in Norway. That universality is the first clue. This isn't a hobby, it's a program. Geographer Jay Appleton spent years studying why certain landscapes feel good to be in. In 1975, he published a theory that rewired how architects think about space. Humans, he argued, feel safest where they can see out without being seen. A wide view but a solid wall at your back. He called it prospect refuge theory. Think about where you sit in a coffee shop, not the middle table, the one against the wall, facing the door. That's prospect refuge theory, running quietly in your skull. Now go back further. In the 1960s, archaeologist Henry de Lumley excavated a site on the French Riviera called Terra Amata. He found oval arrangements of stones and post holes, evidence of shelters built by early humans nearly 400,000 years ago. Branches bent inward, weighted with stones, a hearth angled to block the wind. Before your ancestors could grow food, before writing, before the wheel, they already knew how to build a shelter with a windbreak and a controlled fire. So why does building still feel good now, in a heated apartment with a locked front door? Here's the twist. Your brain never got the memo that the danger is gone. The nervous system deciding whether you feel safe is ancient. It runs one constant check. Can something reach me without my knowing? A house answers that question in a huge, impersonal way. A tent answers it small, specific, and controllable. You built it. You know every seam. Environmental psychologist Roger Ulrich ran a study in 1984 published in the journal Science, measuring hospital patients' recovery based on their view. Patients who could see trees recovered faster and needed less pain medication than patients facing a blank wall. The mechanism wasn't decoration, it was regulation. Certain spatial conditions physically calm the human stress response. A well-built refuge does the same from the inside out. Notice what happens the moment you finish building something outdoors. You tug the guy lines, you check the seams, you crawl inside and look back at the entrance. That's not anxiety. It's an ancient inspection ritual, satisfying the oldest question your body knows how to ask. This drive doesn't switch off just because your house exists, it reroutes. Adults with a perfectly good house still build a fire pit in the backyard, still string a hammock between 2 trees, still choose the corner booth, still feel relief pulling a weighted blanket over themselves, building a miniature refuge out of fabric and pressure. None of this is about physical need. All of it satisfies the same 400,000-year-old checklist: enclosed, defensible, one visible way in. This also explains why the first night outside is the hardest. Every rustle feels like a threat. That's the inspection system running its full check on an untested shelter. By the second or third night, something shifts. You haven't gotten used to the danger. You've finished the inspection. Your nervous system has filed its report. This refuge holds. A house is too big to ever fully certify. A tent you can finish in one inspection lap, so the next time you find yourself dragging blankets over the dining room chairs or choosing the tent over the guest room, understand what's happening. You're not being childish, you're running a program written 400,000 years before your birth. One Henry de Lumley found preserved in stone circles on a French beach, one Jay Appleton put a name to, one Roger Ulrich proved your body responds to on a measurable level. You're not choosing the tent, something older than you is.